welcome to episode 34 of Minecraft Survival with NuttyChef. In the last episode we made the cool little building to go around our chicken farm over here, and I've got it sorted a little bit better now. So let's take a look in here. I've added a filter, so now we only get the cooked chicken, the good stuff, and all the raw chicken and the feathers gets discarded into a cactus just underneath there. And I changed the lava so that it's in a dispenser now. So instead of it always being there and setting things on fire, I put it in this dispenser, and I AFK'd overnight and had it going like this and nothing burnt down. So I'm pretty positive that that's okay now. Nothing is going to burn down. And let's have a look and see what I did behind here. So in here, so we've got the dispenser just behind there, and we've got it hooked up to this same clock. And so it's really simple. We just put the dispenser in and just hooked up a line of redstone. At first I was going to make like a whole new double pulsar system with its own clock sort of thing to go off every now and then, but when I looked at every time an egg gets put through here, this clock sort of gives a double pulse of its own, and it turns out that that's the perfect amount. Like that's perfect. Like you can just I could just hook the dispenser straight up to this circuit, just right there. And so it gives a double pulse. It pulses the lava out and sucks it back in again. So that was perfect. I had to change this repeater though to 4 ticks. I think it works on 3 ticks too, but I put it on 4 just to be sure, because the pulse was too quick, I think, and when lots of eggs were going through at the same time, sometimes the dispenser would get out of sync and then the lava would stay there, and then it would end up sucking it in and putting it back out really quick instead of putting it out and sucking it back in really quick. So, but like I said, I had this on overnight the way it is now with 4 ticks here, just to slow down the clock a bit when the eggs come through, and that sort of keeps the dispenser in sync how we want it. So yeah, so if you do it, just make sure you slow down the clock here. I tried changing this repeater first, and that sort of didn't do it, even though you'd think it would still slow down the clock. But changing this one sort of helped. I think changed the rate at which this dispenser dispenses them. I don't know. Works this way anyway. And yeah, so underneath here, and so this there's a dispenser under here which chucks out the raw chicken and the feathers, and I just hooked that up to the clock as well. So every time eggs gets dispensed out of here into the half slab, this dispenser goes off and this dispenser goes off. So we could use the one clock for both of those things instead of building a whole new clock just to make that one go as well. So down here I've got a, oh yeah, that trapdoor goes every time. I made just one slice of a what's it called, an item sorter. So we've got up here, we've got the cooked chicken in here and just some junk blocks here that are never going to go through the system, and that makes sure that whenever there's cooked chicken, this hopper sucks it up, but it doesn't suck up anything else but cooked chicken. And then it goes into this hopper and then up this dropper elevator into that chest at the front. When you walk in the front of the house, there's a chest up there with the cooked chicken in it. These droppers are directly below that chest, and they just push the cooked chicken up into that chest. And just behind there you can see a little circuit which pushes them up, the cooked chicken up there. And then this dropper is the one I was talking about that gets rid of the feathers and the uncooked chicken, because I can't be bothered with the uncooked chicken. or the feathers, they can just get dispensed out of there and it just goes straight onto this cactus. So they get destroyed. So it's all sweet. So it's all working perfectly now. So I'm happy with that. Probably not the fastest, but I think we'll get enough. We'll get plenty enough for one player. It's only a single player world. We'll get plenty enough cooked chicken in here to feed ourselves. So yeah, it's all good. And I was thinking about why we were getting raw chicken, and I think it's because of the entity cramming that goes on since the last few updates. We got entity cramming now, so I think some of the chickens in here grow up, or some of the chickens in there grow up or something, and then we get an uncooked chicken because they die from suffocation. But yeah, that's all sweet. And also, I was worried that we'd have too many chickens up there, and every time an egg breaks in here, some chickens in here would die from the entity cramming. But I think it's the newest chickens, like, say there's 24 chickens in here, which is the max that's allowed, and an egg gets broken in there. Well, which chicken dies? Is it the oldest one that's been there the longest, or the newest one that just got hatched? I was wondering that, because if it was the oldest one, then we'd never get any of these growing up, because the old ones the ones that were just about to grow up would die first. So I got like some of these eggs from here. Let's just see if we can do it again. Do this little test. Up in the top here. So up here, there is a maximum amount of chickens you can have up here at the moment. So hopefully we get a chicken from this egg. And let's see, so if we broke an egg into here, would one of the other chickens die? Or would the chicken that breaks out of the egg die? The newest chicken. Come on, give me a chicken. Oh, we didn't get one. Well, I did it before, and it was the chicken that came out of the egg that died. So I'm pretty sure it's the newest chicken that dies, which is okay, which is what I want. Because otherwise, yeah, it would slow our farm down. But it seems to be all good. Get out of here. Oh, we got a chicken out of that one. You bastard. Come here. Oh, you're too cute. I can't kill you. Yes, I can. So this episode, though, we're done with the chicken farm. So now we've got food. So that's all good. So this episode, I want to get started on the sugarcane farm, which is going to go in this portion. So in the end, it's going to look like a big skyscraper, I think. And I want to put a sugarcane farm in this bottom half. So the things we have to think about here are just here where I've got the chests for the mob farm. I want to put in a proper sorting system and storage system in there. So we might need like this much space, like down to like there, just to be safe. And so we'll only build up to like there. And then at the bottom, we're going to need a water basin to funnel all our items into a hopper and some chests underneath. So we'll need room for that. We're probably going to have to get rid of some of the water, but it's not too much, so that'll be all right. We can just do that with sand. And so, yeah, we're probably going to build this up to about like there. A big tower sort of sugarcane farm. And I've been thinking of a design that's very similar to this farm, where we've got the slime blocks attached to a piston. So we can pretty much do it exactly the same as the mob farm, with 11 slime blocks attached to each piston, and just pushing the sugarcane off the edge so all the sugarcane falls down to the bottom. So we'll only need like 4 pistons per level. So I've got a stack of pistons, so that's enough for 16 levels, and I think that'll be plenty enough levels to fit in between here and here, because as you can see, it sort of looks a bit bigger in here than how tall that is. So we might need more. That's 10 levels. So yeah, and it works out exactly the same. Like there's 3 blocks in between each level on the mob farm. And the way I've designed it in my test world with the sugarcane farm is there's the same amount of gaps. So we can just do that same torch tower in the middle. So should be sweet. And I've got everything over there ready to go. So let's go over there and start this. Alrighty, I've already sort of started. Got the beginnings. And I don't think I've got enough resources to do the whole thing today. But I can get started and show you how it's done. And then between episodes I can finish the whole thing off. So here's all my stuff. So I think we'll get started with the first layer and then I'll build a few more layers after that. So we're going to need a lot of the blue glazed terracotta because a lot more of the blocks are touching the slime blocks this time, and these are all the slime blocks I've got. So I'm going to have to AFK near the slime farm but sort of away from it so none of the other buildings are loaded, because last time I AFK'd at the slime farm one of my buildings got burnt down, like the whole roof of it, so from lightning. So it's kind of annoying how it does that, the lightning. But anyway, let's try and get started on this. So I'll grab some ladders so we can pillar up the side, and we'll grab the pistons. Where are they? Here. Oh, we'll actually have to make sticky pistons out of those. Let's get our crafting table down. Let's make some sticky pistons. How many? Oh, that's probably enough there to get started. Let's put some of this junk away, throw some of this other junk out. We'll need buckets, 2 buckets of water. Make it easy. And dirt. Where's the dirt? It's in here too. So we'll grow the sugarcane on the dirt, and because sand falls down so it's annoying to build with. And let's get started. So let's put some of these tools away we won't need. Like we won't need that. We might need that. That's cool. And let's put this in here like that. So yeah, let's get some some redstone torches as well. Alright, let's go up here. We can put a torch here, just like our mob farm pretty much. Go up here and then we get a torch here, and that one's off. And it's the off torches that we're going to take our signal from. So let's get some redstone as well, and let's start. So redstone going all the way across like this, exactly the same as the mob farm, all the way around. That tower is kind of annoying. Let's get our ladders, put them in here, and let's get rid of this bit. Alrighty, so now we've got to put our dirt and our pistons in. So the piston will be where that dirt block is, and then a slime block will be on the end of the piston. So let's get that in. We're going to need a lot of slime blocks. That tower up there with the mobs in it, that took a lot of slime blocks. So you definitely need a slime farm to build this. So let's put these in. So it's 11, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 that way, and then 5 the other way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and one more. One more here. And then let's get underneath and put the rest of it in. So we're going to need terracotta underneath that so it doesn't stick. We'll need a lot of terracotta in this build. Luckily I have a lot left over from when I built the mob farm. I overestimated on that, so that's good. And then over here we'll need it to go one out and then one down, I think, because we've got to get water in here too. Is the water, where's the dirt going to go? The dirt's going to go not there. The dirt's going to go here. The dirt's going to go here. So this is where the sugarcane is going to be growing. So I have to get rid of this. This is kind of annoying to build in the water. But that's okay. Let's build this like that. And so the sugarcane will go up. It'll only grow up one and it'll push it off. So we need water in this bit here. So we don't really need terracotta at this level, but I'm going to put it in anyway because all the other levels are going to have it there. So let's just keep it consistent. Come out this way. And this is where our water channel is. Ugh. Let me put it up there. Like that. Get rid of that one. We don't need that one. And put one on the end. Come out like that. And get rid of that one. And that one. So this is where our water is going to go in. All the way along here. Inside that cavity. Because sugarcane needs water to grow. That's pretty much the most annoying thing about building a sugarcane farm. Is every block needs to be right next to water. So let's see if there's an easy way to build this just by going around like this. So this piston would be here. Just pretend that dirt's a piston, and then this is where the slime blocks would go. And then I'd go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That looks correct. Yep. So we've measured that correctly. Let's go around here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's do the same on all corners, on all sides, just like that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and this one. 2, 3, 4, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so is there an easy way to build this? Where's the dirt gonna go? Well, we can put these in. That's pretty easy. And this, and I still don't know what I'm going to use to pulse this farm, like what kind of clock, like an etho hopper clock or what, I don't know. A daylight sensor, because sugarcane takes quite a long time to grow, so a daylight sensor might be a good idea. So that's the cavity there, and that'll actually be dirt there. So, and we have to light up the inside of this farm, because even though there's sugarcane going to be growing on top of these dirt blocks, mobs can still spawn where the sugarcane's growing. So we don't want mobs to spawn down here in our sugarcane farm, because it'll take up the mob cap for our actual mob farm up the top, and it'll make our mob farm less efficient. Oh man, this is really annoying. Okay. Hopefully the other layers aren't this annoying once I get this first one done. So yeah, I think you've got the idea. So basically, got to build all that around. And what we do is we come in here, and we just put in our water. And because it's 11 wide, you'll need at least 2 buckets, because it won't fill, because water only travels 8 blocks. So if we put one over there and then we put one over here, that'll fill up that whole cavity. No worries. That's going to go right to both sides of that cavity. And then yeah, then we can come over this way and fill in our sugarcane. We can put our pistons in here they have to be sticky pistons. So we can do that. And then yeah, I was thinking I'll build some sort of clock down here, maybe a daylight sensor while I'm building it, because I'm going to want the sugarcane to be growing and harvesting while I'm building it, so that I can fill up the farm as I go, hopefully, which means we're going to have to dig out and empty some of this water so we can make a catchment area right off the bat, so that yeah, we can collect all that sugarcane. So I'll come back, I might clear some water out and make that cavity and that catchment area, and I'll be back when I've got a bit more progress done. Alright guys, I'm back. I've done a fair bit of work here. I've made a I got rid of all the water that was underneath here in a big square around the bottom of the farm, as you can see. I just went around with this white concrete to sort of make the border of where the walls are going to be. I still don't know what the outside design for this farm is going to look like, but I know I want it to match the top bit of the farm, so it's it'll kind of look like one big skyscraper. And the color scheme up there is white and blue and stuff like that, so I just made the border white. So that represents where the exterior of the farm's going to be, but it might change a little bit when I figure out the design. And then I just built up a wall of sand going all the way down. It actually goes quite far on this side, down here, all the way around the outside. And then I just filled it all with sand and got rid of the sand after, so the water inside here was gone. And then I've come down here and I've built a basin, so don't worry about these stairs, that's just so I can get back up there. But basically there's one water source block in every corner, and then as far as that extended to, I just chopped away the floor, dipped down the floor so it would flow again towards the center here. So all of the sugarcane that gets harvested will fall straight down here, land in this water, and no matter where it lands, it's all going to flow towards the center into these hoppers and into this chest. And later on we can add a bigger storage system underneath here with more chests and stuff like that. But for now, that's good enough for now, while we're building the farm. And I've gone ahead and finished one layer of the whole farm, so it's very similar to our mob farm, like we had before. Almost exactly the same, except instead of mobs, it's sugarcane, and you've got to build these water cavities where you can put the water so the sugarcane can grow. So, and we need a half slab on top of every piston so that mobs don't spawn. And we're going to need to put either half slabs on top of all these blocks in the center, or light it up with some lights. And we're also going to have to light up these areas where the dirt is, where the sugarcane is, because mobs can spawn on here, and we don't want any mobs spawning in here because it'll take away from our mob farm. But yeah, I think we've got it pretty sorted now. So obviously now, if it harvests, the sugarcane's just going to go flying off out the side here. So I'll have to build up the exterior, I think, at the same time as building up the farm, so that while I'm building it, we can actually get our harvests and get our sugarcane, so I can fill up the rest of the farm as I go. And what I've got so far down here, if I can find it, around here somewhere, or is it inside? Must be inside. Just over here. I've got a daylight sensor just over here, hooked up to a monostable circuit going into this middle torch tower here. So it's active right at the moment. This farm is working right now. And every time it's morning, we get a signal even though this daylight sensor is directly underneath the mob farm, we still get some light, I guess, coming in from the side. So we might have to move this or change this once the whole thing's encased, but for now it's working. So that's fine. We get a signal every morning which pulses the pistons and makes the farm work. So yeah, all I got to do now is build the whole rest of it up, and yeah, we've already got a working sugarcane farm. So I think that'll be it for today, guys. I'll finish this off in between episodes. But yeah, thanks again for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode.